Sometimes the most painful moments plant the seeds of our greatest purpose. I learned that the hard way back in 1991 when my family needed the church most and no one showed up. I grew up in a great family. Church was our constant. Every Sunday morning we were there. My mom was deeply involved. Our faith community shaped much of who I was becoming. My dad lost his job. We filed for bankruptcy. We moved to Kansas City to be near my grandfather who had cancer. And then just a few months later, he passed away. That loss hurt. But what hurt even more was the silence. The church that we were trying to connect with didn't show up, didn't follow up. No call, no card, no casserole, just silence. And in that silence, something shifted. We didn't stop believing in God, but we did start to lose trust in the church. And for the next 10 to 15 years, we just stopped. We stopped showing up. And that experience planted a question in my heart that I just couldn't shake. What if the church had shown up when my family needed it the most? And fast forward to 2013, I'm sitting in a leadership meeting at my church. We had just mapped out this awesome 8-step guest follow-up plan. Everyone was excited. And that's when the pastor asked, so who's going to lead this? And crickets. No one raised their hand. No one felt like they had the time, including me. And so I drove home that night frustrated. We had a plan that could help people feel seen and cared for, and no one was willing to stand up and lead it. And that's when my phone buzzed. It was Southwest Airlines texting me to let me know that my flight had been delayed. And suddenly it clicked. I had what I thought was this epiphany moment. I thought to myself, why can't churches follow up just like that? What if it felt personal, even if it was automated? What if someone got a text message that said, we're glad you came? Just like Southwest simply said, your flight's been rescheduled. So I pick up my phone, I call my brother. He's a pastor out in California. I pitch my brilliant idea, and like only an older brother can, he said, Tyler, that's the dumbest idea I've ever heard, because the church isn't Southwest Airlines. We're not doing customer support. We're building real relationships. And he wasn't wrong, but that moment sparked something. What if we could do both? What if we could use technology to help churches build relationships at scale? And that was the beginning of Texan Church. At first, it was just me, a personal ministry manually helping about 50 churches each week with their guest follow-up. There was no software, it was just spreadsheets, email templates, and a lot of late nights. But eventually, I had to send out an email that said, I can't keep up. Next month, it's gonna be my last month. And that's when the replies came flooding in. They said, please don't stop. This is the most effective follow-up we've ever done. What if we paid you? And honestly, at first, that felt weird. I didn't want to charge churches for something that felt like ministry, but it was my dad who said something that really stuck with me. He said, Tyler, I'm proud of you for serving these 50 churches. That's really cool, but I think you're called to do more. And he was right. And so we built it. And today, Texan Church is a fully integrated communication platform that helps churches do ministry on the go. We've helped thousands of churches connect with guests and build lasting relationships. We even wrote a book about it called Boomerang, The Power of Effective Guest Follow-Up. Because for us, it's never been about software. It's always been about people. It's about making sure that no one feels what my family felt in 1991. That question still drives us today. What if every guest was met with care and connection instead of silence? Because we believe that connected churches lead more people to faith. We believe no guest should fall through the cracks. And we believe that your church can be the kind of place that makes every person feel known, noticed, and loved. And if you're ready to transform how your church connects with guests, I'd love to help you get started. You can start a free trial at texanchurch.com.